caddy sitting so tall, I'm looking down on y'all. Last time telling you niggas, I do this shit. Alright. So, I'm tired of hearing it, man. I keep hearing over and over again, it's easier for white men to get top-notch women, and it's easier for Becky to get the black athlete. I don't know how I'm going to break this shit down, but I'm going to break it down to y'all, man, and just give y'all the real. And y'all can take it or leave it however you want to take it. Because I've been peeped this shit out. It took me a long time in life to get it, but now I understand why things are the way they are. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are saying the white dude got it easy when it comes to dating. I wouldn't say he has it easy, but I will say that he has it easier. Still not easy though. He's still struggling too. He's still struggling too. The thing about it is this. You got stereotypes in the world, right? And then you got people who kind of help that stereotype. Man, you stupid motherfucker. I'm gonna let your ass over because I ain't even gonna do you like that. Plus that bitch ass highway state patrol ass bitch ass nigga. Keep your hold that motherfucker in. Alright, he's still there. Alright. Now let me get back to my square, man. A lot of black dudes say, oh, the white man has it easy when it comes to dating. I wouldn't say he has it easy, but he does have it easier. And here's why. Again, back to what I was saying before I was interrupted. You got a thing called stereotype. And then you have people who are basically helping that stereotype seem to be more true than what it is. Now, so a lot of complaints is from the black online men is the other races of men get the top girls and we don't, or we got to be perfect to get a top black chick, right? These are the two gripes that's going on, right? You have to be perfect to get a black chick because black chicks have been trained and programmed to be superficial. In other words, she thinks that she's better than what she really is, or since she is a very good-looking woman, she's trying to shoot for the stars. She's trying to get the NFL athletes and the rappers and all this and all that. And she can get them. That's the thing. These rappers and athletes and shit, they don't require women to be top-notch Beyonce-type females at all. So can you really blame these women? In the end, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, and they're not going to get that, and then they're going to come back down to y'all after they have kids or whatever the case. But this is why that happens. Other races of women do it too, but other races of women actually have a lot more men who actually have money. Just like that one black chick said in one of these videos, she said, it's already that their men have more money. It's hard for them to find black men with money. Basically, the pickings are slim. So, in other words, the other races of women don't have to deal with, they don't have to shoot for athletes and rappers and shit because a lot of their men have lots of money, right? And the stereotype is, I ain't even touched it. This is going to be a long video, dog. So, it is what it is. You listen or you're not. It is what it is. The stereotype is, like I said, the so-called white guy or Jewish guy or whatever the fuck, every guy except for Mexican and black got this stereotype that they're rich and businessmen and all this, and you got the stereotype that you're broke, you leave your kids, everything you could think of, you're a criminal, this or that. Now ask yourself in your right mind, or if a woman's in her right mind, why would these women, right, deal with that if they're getting chosen by people in their race already. Because when you grow up around predominantly your race of people. And if you're a fine woman, because that's all these men are talking about. That's all they talking about. All they care about is looks, so I gotta cook. I gotta cook. This is what they want, so I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give the public what y'all want, right? It don't matter what race it is. If a woman is very attractive, people of her race is going to be at her by the time she even thinks about dating another person. It's over with. She's already been taken. She don't have to. Even if she wanted to date outside her race, she don't have to. Because there's already men already coming at her in her race. And here's a kicker that y'all not getting. Most of these dads of all races are telling people don't date people out their race. I'm going to say that again because y'all done fell and bumped y'all head and act like this shit don't exist. These brothers and these fathers of all races, not just other races, blacks too, be telling these females don't date outside their race. If you do, I'm going to disown you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So a woman might actually find somebody attractive that's different race than her, right? But if she knows her dad's not going to approve of it, she's not going to do it. Or maybe she has kids already, and those kids aren't mixed. You got to think, women are going to do what's best for them. Hypergamy is undefeated. All this shit boils down to is hypergamy more than race. You got to get out your feelings about why did they pick the black guy, this or that, or the white guy got it easier, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he got it easier. He doesn't got it easy. He got it easier because, for one, his race of women can pick. His race of women don't have to, they don't have to demand you to be fucking athletes and rappers and so-called drug dealers. I'm going to just blatantly say it. I told you I'm here to cook today. I'm not sparing the feeling at all. You don't like it, delete me. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to reach motherfuckers so they have some understanding. You get what I'm saying? Their race do not have to date. Well, really, the black women don't either, but they gonna do it. They gonna do it because that's what they programmed to do, so fuck it. Who gives a fuck? I don't. They don't give a fuck about me. I'm not gonna give a fuck about them. Right? It is what it is. If they care about me, I fuck with them. If they don't, I don't. I'm not breaking my neck and then when I find a woman of a different race, you want to call me a sellout. Nah, you sold out. Because you're demanding all black men to be these fucking athletes and rappers and all that, and that's like 0.99.9% chance. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. You're unrealistically thinking. All of y'all not going to pull those athletes and rappers. You might fuck them and get used, but that's another topic for another day. You know what I mean? They're going to take that shot anyway. I can't even blame them. They're going to take that shot because they got to see what they can get. You know what I mean? So the only thing you can do as a man is become one of them. But some of y'all have already fumbled that opportunity because you was playing around when you was 18 and all this other shit. And instead of going to play football or whatever, you fumble that shit. And another thing is, so-called black people are only, here's another one. I forgot to add this shit in. So-called black people are only programmed to be or believe they can be great if it's an athlete, a rapper, or a drug dealer or something. They're not programmed to be scientists and all this other shit like all these other races are. So these women got way more to choose from, bruh. It's so much easier because they have so much more to choose from, and you're only 13% in this country. Maybe not in the whole world. You definitely not the minority because you was here first. Everybody comes from you. Like every version, Chinese and all that, that's just a different version of black people that lost melanin and shit like that. That's all that is. And anybody say different is a lie. Go to Africa, you're going to see it. They lying. They want y'all to believe we all different people, but we're really not. We really all the same, for real. Just different breeds. That's it. Well, you know what I'm saying? I guess what they're trying to say is a white guy could be average and pull a bad chick in his race. Basically, that's what they're saying. You know what I mean? But this is definitely true. Why? Because, again, the black chick is superficial. So are the other races, but they'll say, you know, but they smarter. I'm going to say that. The other women are superficial too, They just smarter with it. Like, I see he's got a lawn business or some shit like that. Maybe I want to fuck with him. To the average black chick, you could own a lawn business, you're not good enough. I need Drake. Because she's programmed to think that the lawn guy, who could be a millionaire, right? She's programmed to think, nah, that's just a lawn guy. I need the rapper or the athlete. Just like the so-called black male is programmed to believe I can only be a rich black dude if I become an athlete or a rapper. You see that? You see the programming? I told you I'm cooking today. The so-called black woman and the black man's programmed to believe the same bullshit. She believes that the only way that I can get a successful black man is an athlete or a rapper. Never that lawn guy that owns 5 businesses and he got $10 million and the athlete is actually broke. Or the rapper broke. Never that. Not only is the rapper broke, man, I ain't gonna go there. He probably got taken by a man. Let's just say that. More than likely, a lot of these rappers broke. They broke. But you can't tell the so-called black chicks that, because they have been programmed to believe that the guy that works the 9 to 5, nah, never that. Nah, he not good enough for me. Until I have a bunch of kids, now he's good enough. You're just held to a different standard. If you wear a Walmart shirt, nah, he broke, man. But a white woman and a white dude, she not gonna say because a white dude got on some work boots and a Walmart shirt that he's broke. See, the black chick is programmed to believe if a black dude wears some fucking work boots and a Walmart shirt, he's broke. That lowers the chances of black. When it comes to what a black woman can pick in her mind psychologically, that lowers it. It lowers it down to just athletes and rappers and drug dealers. Because she don't know any better. I don't even blame her. I blame society programming motherfuckers. Just like I don't blame the black male for not wanting to be a scientist or discovering this or that and creating this or that and become a millionaire or even a billionaire, because he created some shit no one's ever created. Because he doesn't understand that you could do these things. You used to do these things before you was conquered. You used to make electricity and all this shit before you was conquered. Not Benjamin Franklin, but they lying asses. But whatever, man. You don't know any better. So you gotta think, not only is it hard, not only, here you got it coming from all angles. You got the males of the other races saying don't date them, don't mix with them for whatever reason. They jealous or whatever the case. Males do this of all races, by the way. They just stupid. They just dumb. This is what they do. They jealous. Like, they just got an insecurity within themselves. But they gonna say, nah, don't date them. That's one weapon you got against you. Then you got the stereotype against you. You know, she gonna think that, nah, he cool, but yeah, I'm gonna get the white business guy, because I don't think that black men they're businessmen, they're just drug dealers. You know what I mean? This is what other races are gonna think. You know what I mean? This is what they gonna think, because they've been programmed to think it, and on the fact that their families tell them not to do it, and on the fact that you guys are crying and complaining about good-looking women, which means her race was already picking her. She's already gone anyway. 9 times out of 10, she's already gone. Unless she just flat out just likes black dudes and don't like them. Other than that, she's gone, bro. Because most women, I'm going to say it to be real, most women do not care about looks like that shit. And race and shit like that. They care about stability and what's best for them, what's safe. So by the time you even come her way, she's already gone, married, children, all kind of shit. You think that the good-looking women, the best-looking women of all races, you think nobody gonna fuck with them. They just gonna sit there, right? Come on, man, you can't be that dumb. That part right there has nothing to do with race. That's just a woman who looks good, who's getting chosen by everybody. That's all that is. And she's not gonna be single, she's not gonna be available long. Unless she's the type of girl that sees, like, man, none of these guys are worth it. I'm gonna hold off and just go to college or do my thing, become a lawyer or some shit like that. It's sad, but guess what? The so-called black chick is held to a different standard too. Let's be real about it. Because all women have attitudes, but for some reason, she's the only one that's getting She's the only one that's getting accused of having an attitude. Or look at some of the athletes that date other races of women, right? And then you can look at some of the black chicks. You be like, wait a minute. You're not even holding, that girl don't even, you're not even holding her to any type of standard. But yet you'll say the black woman's this, I'm not fucking with her because she's this, she's this, she's this, and this. But you're not holding the other races of women to that same standard. How do I know this? Because look at how many black athletes get raped from dealing with women. If they was holding them to the same standard they hold black women to, like, oh, you do one thing wrong, that's it. If they was doing that, they wouldn't be marrying a lot of these chicks. I know, and I don't want y'all to take offense to what I'm saying. I'm trying to open up people's minds so they can understand and just quit the bullshit. It is easier. A white dude does not have to be a so-called 10 to get a 10. He don't. Sometimes a black dude don't, but that's rare. It is what it is. Just like Tom Brady could yell on the sideline. Let another person do it, he's a thug. That's just what it is. This is the society we live in. It is what it is. But why? I ain't gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna become great, plain and simple. You know what you're up against. Like Jay-Z said, since I know what I'm up against, we must decide what's most important. You already know what you're up against with the black chick. You already know she's going to demand you to be an athlete or a rapper, the decent looking ones, or the ones that are worth choosing. You already know she's going to demand you to be an athlete or a rapper. It is what it fucking is. Let her go. Let her take her chances in finding a good man of that 0.9% chance. Let her take her chance. Just don't accept her when she wakes up to reality and realizes that she's not Beyonce looking for Jay-Z. Or once you find a different race woman, don't even listen to none she kicking. Because it'd be the same ones that didn't want y'all. That's why that shit happens a lot more. Sometimes you just you meet a woman of a different race. It is what it is. But a lot of times that shit is happening because the black chicks love to say that we don't like them and this and that. It's you. It's not the black man. It's you. It just is. You just think that everybody gotta be Jay-Z. That's facts. And I'm not taking it back. I said it, and I meant every last word. Because a black dude that's a 5 to you could go to another race and get looked at as a king. That's facts. But then you'll flip it and say that these other races of women are easy. What, they supposed to be hard? This is the problem. And the other races of women are actually taught that men are important. You're taught that men aren't, you don't need a man. So you got that going on too, which means those type of females want to be the man versus the other races of women who actually want to be the woman. They might want to run shit and they might use manipulating, what do you call it? So acting like they're being submissive to gain power over the man, but at least they still want the man to be the man. These other women don't want, they want to be the man, dog. They want to run everything and all that. And eventually, they're going to realize that what God said, you was created to be the helpmate to the man. At some point, reality is going to bust them in their head. And they're going to have to bow down to what God said. This is what you was created for. They going to get their little ride for a second, their little bad bitch ride for a second. But in the end, they're going to realize how important a man really is because they're not going to be able to find one. Let them fall by the sword, man. I'm not about to. They ain't my daughters. They ain't my sisters. They know better. I ain't about to fucking beat my head against the wall to try to tell them what's right. They know what's right. They don't care. And y'all need to realize they don't care, and you need to stop caring. Bottom line, you have a tag on you that is like you can put it like this. If you take, I know because my bank tells me this shit. My bank tells me this shit, right? And statistics tell me this shit. If you look at my wealth versus 80%, I'm probably doing better than 80% of most white males. But a white chick is not going to see that when she sees me. She might see drug dealer car or something like that. She's not going to see that, damn, that dude going hard, like she's not gonna see that. Plus, she already got Chad in her face. And a lot of Chad, the dad Chads, are saying don't deal with those guys. And the stereotype of, damn, if I deal with a guy like Twan, I'm gonna be a single mother type shit. Not realizing she could deal with a white dude and end up a single mother. There's a lot going on. And just off the street, some of them just not attracted to you. Just like a lot of black women only want to deal with black men. That's just what it is. Some Mexican women only want to deal with Mexicans. That's what it is. Nine times out of 10, if you somebody, just like personally, if I'm somebody, I meet somebody my race, I'm cool with that. Like, let's say I'm 15 or something, 18 or something, I meet a girl of my race. I'm not about to break my neck to go looking for another race woman. That's foolish. If I'm good already, why the fuck would I go anywhere else? A lot of times these women are good already. They got these men treating them like queens and shit, some of them. There's no reason to date outside their race or go look for you or whatever. Remember, you guys are talking about the good-looking ones, what you call good-looking ones, which only is, all good-looking is a lot of people like you. That's all that is, because looks are subjective. All women are good looking in their own right. Right? But that's why that shit's happening, man. And it's not going to stop. Because their races of women do not demand the same shit your races demand. I'm going to say that again. Their races of women do not demand the same shit your races of women demand. And if you try to go outside your race, the ones you probably like, 9 times out of 10, they're already taken. Or they're told not to deal with you or some shit. It's always another door. That's just the truth. But they have it hard too. If you think that every white dude walking around this motherfucker got it easy dating, you're fooling yourself. He might have it easier than you because he can wear a Walmart shirt and still pull a bad chick. And I know when I put this on YouTube, you're gonna have some black dude say, I could wear a Walmart shirt and pull a bad chick. Yeah, you can, but the odds. And we're not just talking about one person. You might just be a 6'8" guy that could just pull chicks because you 6'8". You know what I mean? Off the stream, just because you 6'8". You know what I mean? You dark chocolate 6'8". The bitch gonna melt. You ain't gotta do shit. You her tight. Right? That ain't everybody though. Just like I can say women tell me I'm handsome almost every day. Every man ain't getting that. You know what I mean? You can't. I understand. I understand that every man don't get told they're handsome a lot like I do or other men do. I understand this. So when I make this shit, I'm not just talking about just me or just that person or this woman or that woman. Because ultimately there's really no difference between the so-called black chick and the other races of women. The only difference is 2 things. It may be more, but these are the main 2 things. The main 2 things. The requirements. They all have the same goal. They want a successful guy to protect them and all that shit. But the other races of women are more smart about it. They will choose that lawn service guy that got 10 businesses because they understand that it's more broad than an athlete and a fucking rapper. Black women don't get it. That's the only way they see a successful guy. An athlete, rapper, or drug dealer. If you not them 3, to them, there's no hope. There's no way you're successful. The other races of women get it because they had dads. They had dads more than the so-called. I can't even say that because I feel like black men are finally starting to catch up. But my generation, I will say that, yeah, we probably didn't have dads as much as them. So since you have dads, you can kind of see like, yeah, he could, just because he's not an athlete or rapper don't mean nothing. He getting money too and all this. They can't see it, man. And sometimes it ain't even money. It's about status and about meeting other people. If I fuck him, I'll meet Drake or Jay-Z or whatever. This is what they think, man. They superficial as fuck, man, and they're not gonna change. You're not changing them. Jezebel spirit. It's over with. It's over. They're done. They're cooked. Only thing you can do is save your daughters. You're not saving these older women. It's done. You better save your daughters and try. That's it. There is nothing else. There is no saving. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. You ain't listen to Project Pat? She don't want to be saved. She don't want to be the woman. She wants to be the man. She wants to run shit. And the only difference between her and other races, they be thinking the same shit too, but at least they play along. At least they act like they want to be the woman and act like they submissive. These women, they don't act like shit. And that's why they don't get chosen. They don't even try to hide their game. They not smart enough to even try to hide their game. They'll flat out tell you, I want a man and he ain't give me money, fuck him. At least the other races of women will say it amongst each other, but they ain't gonna say it to the men. Like if you ask them in a fucking interview on YouTube, they not gonna broadcast it. Most of them, they smart enough not to do that. They're gonna play it off. Only thing I could tell y'all, man, is just get money. And live your life. Like, live your life and get money and try to be happy. Because you're not changing no females. You can forget about it. And you're not changing the dating scene. Chad is always going to be looked at as the businessman, and you're always going to be looked at as the thug or the deadbeat or whatever the fuck. He don't have no money or whatever the case. He's black. He ain't no way he got money, this or that. You always, that's just what it is. Or he's a thug, he's going to beat me or whatever the case, whatever. Whatever these racist motherfuckers or society be telling these females to not deal with you, because that's what it boils down to a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like rich white males do not want their daughter dating a lot of y'all because they don't want to give their wealth to you through their daughter. Or they don't want to fuck up their wealth, basically. Then why you think Hulk Hogan said she gonna date an end, she should at least date a rich one? A lot of times it ain't even about your race, it's about they understand generational wealth. That's why sometimes a lot of people get mad at black athletes for because black athletes can get black women if they really want. They at least have a chance. They at least give them a shot, right? So a lot of people get mad at them because not necessarily because you dating another race woman, but you giving away your generational wealth to women that you're not even filtering out, or you're not holding them to the same standard that you would hold a black chick to. She got attitude. I can't answer that right now. That's for my flight thing I might plan. Damn, man, I might have to get off. Nah, I ain't worried about it. I can book my own shit. I ain't tripping. Gonna have to call back or something. I ain't fucking answering my shit right now. But yeah, man, they do. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't gotta be special to pull a. If you another race dude, you don't gotta be in shape. You know, you gotta have it all if you black. Damn near. But not with every woman. Just the majority. Because I don't want people to get it twisted and say that a black guy don't got a fine woman of another race or other races of women require black men to do this or that. I'm not saying that. The majority, though. We're not talking about individuals. When I make videos, this is not an individual situation. This is for the whole world. That means anybody can relate on different topics that I'm touching on. It is what it is, man. If you don't believe me, look at the average white dude and then look at an average black dude and see how many times you see an average white guy with a decent girl of his race versus an average black dude with a decent girl of his race. I challenge you to look. It's not necessarily because of it's a lot of shit. I already explained most of the shit, right? But the main reason is the woman. It's the woman being superficial versus these other races. They smarter. Let's just call it for what it is. They smarter when it comes to dating. And half of it, and they want to be wives and they want to be the woman more than the so-called woman who has been trained to hate black men, not need black men, to be a black man. Willie Lynch. They have been trained. This is why that one old black woman said the strong black woman is weak. Why? Because she's out of her essence. She's basically like a man who is a feminine gay guy. Why do I say that? Because if a man is a feminine gay guy, he's not in his strongest masculinity. He's not what he was created to be. He's not at his strongest peak. So what do you think happens when a woman is running around like an NFL linebacker? Nigga, 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 bitch, bitch, bitch. What do you think? She's weak. That's not who she's created to be. And that's why she's not happy. Running around like an NFL linebacker male. That's why she got an attitude. That's not who God made her to be. Period. But you can't tell them shit, so it don't matter. It's not going to change. Because Nicki Minaj and all these motherfuckers that are already sold out and programmed these women to make them think that being a bad bitch is better. 10 dicks is better than 1. 10 men is better than 1. It's over with. That's why I'm saying it's over. And let me say this, because it's not all the woman's fault. A lot of y'all men, you did have the same woman that I be speaking on, these same women, you had her. She wanted to be that woman to a man, right? But that man did her dirty 9 times out of 10, because men be on some bullshit, right? And now she like, fuck that. I'm just gonna be the bad bitch and not need men. Problem is they're programmed to like the wrong guy. So once they like the wrong guy, that guy turns them bad, man. And once a good girl gone bad, what do they say? She's gone forever. So to the woman's defense, I'm not going to say that it's all females' fault. Some of them didn't even have a dad to look up to. They only had a brother to look up to as a dad, so they don't know what a real man or a real dad is. All they know is rap music and this shit. They don't know what a real man is, even if it bumped them right in their fucking head. This is why they don't see the so-called lawn care service guy who got 10 businesses as something special. It's all about superficial. He don't look good enough. He don't do this. He ain't tall enough. He ain't got tattoos. It's all dumbed down shit. And they gonna fall by the sword. What did Tupac tell y'all? Be a victim. When he was saying the white man's world, he wasn't being racist. He just letting you know the programming. And what y'all do? Listen to it and then just completely not realize that this shit applies to you. You better dodge these fucking potholes. Then listen though. He said use your brain. Use your brain. Nobody want to use their brain though. Nope. I want to care about likes. I'm a bad bitch. Men bow down to me. I'm the man. God made me to be the man. Wrong. And you're going to pay for that because that's not what God created you to be. Just like men are going to pay for when they take advantage of what God created women for us to be. When we take advantage of that. And treat women wrong that actually do want to be the helpmate to us. Because a lot of these women, there was a guy, they wanted to be the helpmate and all this shit. And it didn't work, and now they pissed off, and now they bad bitches. You know what I mean? They was good women who turned bad bitches. So that's why you can look and see and think that, oh, the white guy got it easier. Not necessarily. He don't really got it easier. It's just that his women are they got more tolerance to you could say more tolerance, or you could just say they smarter at picking somebody. They understand that a man does not have to be a fucking rapper or a fucking athlete to be a benefit. But that is not just all a so-called black woman's fault. That's the fact that, you know, the programming, black men don't even understand that they could be all this other shit too, other than an athlete or a ball player, or an athlete or a rapper, right? So you're not even presenting different shit for black chicks to choose from, even if they did want to not be so fucking superficial. Because in your mind and in their mind, the only people that are successful in the black community are athletes and rappers. And that's why my homeboy Albert Adams said, you are somebody to look up to, Twan. You're showing people that they could be successful without being athletes and rappers, because that's all we think that there is. And if that's all you think, that's what all the woman's gonna think. And she also gonna think that you gotta act like a hoodlum and all this other shit. It's all fucked up. No matter how you look at it, it's a bad situation. But I ain't falling by the sword for nobody. I'm just letting y'all know so y'all don't fall by the sword. It's unfortunate. It would be nice that, like, for a lot of y'all, it'd be nice if you could just be an average looking guy, right? You know, it don't matter about your height, it don't matter how good you look, and none of that shit, for real, for real. You could wear Walmart shirts and shit and still pull a baddie in your race. That would be nice, but that's not your reality. But on the flip side, other race of women, they don't even have to be up to par like a lot of the black chicks, and they can pull athletes. That's why you can see some of the athletes like, what? Even though looks don't matter, you be like, man, how the hell did she pull Saquon Barkley or whatever the fuck? You would think Saquon Barkley, somebody would have one of these so-called bad bitches, right? But they are held to a different standard. It's not just the so-called men of other races. It's the women too. It is what it is. And I know people not going to agree, because you're going to have women of other races say, that's bullshit, I struggle. I ain't say you ain't going to struggle. You're just not held to the same standard as a black chick. That's a fact. That's a fact. Just not. You don't have to look perfect. You still gonna get way more men. If you take a 7 black chick, 7 other race chick, that 7 other race chick gonna pull more men. I promise you that. And we're not just talking about black dudes. We're talking about men of all races. Why? Because she also has a stereotype too when it comes to other men. You hear them say it all the time too. She got AIDS, she got this, she ain't got real hair, she got this or that. A lot of that is stereotype. Yeah, there might be some truth to it, but most of it is stereotype. Because the same shit that you say about them is the same shit that applies to all races of people. The same shit they say about black men is the same shit that applies to all races of men. But society has made it seem like it's only you. So why the fuck would a woman who got inheritance coming and pretty much got college paid for and all that shit, why would she even risk all that just for some black guy? On top of the fact that she can get attractive men that she find attractive of her own race. It don't make sense. She not going to do it, bro. Why would she? Think about it. Why would she? She don't want to piss her dad off. It's too much of a risk. Y'all got to understand what you're dealing with when it comes to this dating and shit. And when you do, you'll stop trying to date and you'll just let the world bring whatever's supposed to be to you to you. You won't be trying to, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, try to get women. You're not going to do none of that shit no more. Because you don't have to. You don't have to. And if anybody says race, because a lot of women get mad with this race talk thing. But yet, women, the ones that care about race way more than men do. Anybody say that women don't care about race, you're a liar. Not all, but most of them do. And that's some bullshit if you say different. Most men, we don't care about no fucking race. Only time men care about race is when they don't want their races of women to date other men so they can have more for them. If you date a black guy, you're going to be a single parent. All this shit. I'm taking your inheritance away. Don't do it. All this shit. And it's not just against black men. Black men probably do this shit too. I haven't personally witnessed it, but I'm sure black men do this shit too. I'm sure they tell their daughters not to do it either, but they really don't have to, because most of the other races of men ain't even trying to fuck with black chicks like that because of the stereotype. The same way the other races of men really ain't trying to fuck with black chicks like that, and they might find some attractive and everything. It's the same reason why these other races of women, for the most part, ain't trying to fuck with you. Especially if they're already being picked by their own race. You gotta think, man. It's deeper than black, white, Mexican, Indian, or whatever. It's deeper than that. Again, a so-called chick of another race. Here, I'm gonna lay this shit down. I'm done. A so-called other chick of, let's say a woman that come from a pretty well. Let's say her dad got $500,000, I got $500,000. Pretty wealthy, right? Let's just say that girl who's getting paid to go to college, she can't look at me and see that he doing better than 80% of the white men out here. She can't do that because the stereotype. Now, if I was a different race like Cuban or Arab or something, she might think differently. But since I'm a black guy, it don't work that way. And since I'm a black guy, when it comes to black women, the drug dealer got more money than me, she thinks. Now the ball players do. They should have more money, you would think, unless they stupid as fuck. But a lot of the rappers, you'd be surprised that I probably got more money than them. Right? But you can't tell the black chick that, because she can't look and see it because she's not been programmed to do it. She's going to think off the bat, nah, that guy, he drives a truck. Ain't no way he doing that. Now let me go over here to the drug dealer. Or I'm going to wait for the basketball player. The 0.9% chance husband, I'm going to wait for him. It is what it is, man. I don't even know why y'all even care. I just had to break this video down because I'm tired of hearing it. Nobody else going to break it down like this. I had to break it down to y'all, man. So that is the truth, man, on why this shit happens. And it ain't changing. It ain't changing. I cannot wear no Walmart shirt and pull no top-notch chick of my race. I got it all. I got it all. Oh, I don't say nigga, I guess, or some dumb shit. There's not one thing you can name that I don't have as a man that they be looking for. But guess what? They not going to look for me. You know why? Because for one, I'm not fucking in their face, bowed down like a bitch. That's number one. Number two, she thinks she's better than you. She thinks you was made for her. Number three, she has been programmed to believe that men like me, they got them everything going on. You got to be an athlete or a rapper. There's no other way. No normal guy got shit going on like this. But the other race of women are smart enough to know that. Or the other race of women, they just not that picky. Because they understand that good men, they just better at picking men. They've been raised to choose better. I'm not saying they pick perfectly, because they be picking some fucked up shit too. But their leeway is it's different. It's different. To them, I'm probably a 10 to most of them, or some shit like that. But to my race, nah, he's a 5. And this, because they don't understand. They don't understand what a 10 is. They haven't been raised or programmed to understand. All they know is athlete, rapper, drug dealer. That's all they know. If you're not one of them three, and you're not saying nigga every 1,000 sentences, you know what I mean? It's just not you. You're just not the one. It's a programming. I don't blame them. I blame the fucking Willie Lynch programming. Just like I don't blame other race of women who got money and shit or raised in a good family. They've been programmed not to fuck with me. Don't fuck with him. He ain't got no money. It is to get you the white guy. He do, and you could be doing better than 90% of all white dudes. You could be doing better than 100% white dudes she ever meet in her life. Or Mexican or whatever race she is. This is what it is, man, and y'all just gotta accept it for what it is. These other men, they don't want y'all dating them. They want them women for themselves. So they gonna hate every chance they get. Make you this bad person every chance they get. You're not just going up against a woman not liking you, you fool. You're dealing with the whole situation. Stereotyping, the world, everything. All that's against you. It's against all men, but it's really against you. More. It's really against you. Like, at least with them, at least they got the stereotype that they're businessmen, they're good fathers, and this or that. You ain't got none of that. A woman just has to see it through for herself, and most of them not going to see it, or they don't have to see it because they already get picked by solid men of their own race. There's a lot of good men of every race. And if you're a good looking woman, there's a chance that you're probably going to get one of them. 9 times out of 10. There's good men of all races. And if you're a good looking woman, there's a good chance that you're going to get one before you even think about dating outside your race. Most people only do that because either they only attracted to other people outside their race, or they're not getting picked by people in their race. So they say, fuck it, I'm going to give somebody else a chance. Nothing's wrong with none of this. I'm just telling you why it happens. Because a lot of black dudes think that this is only with other races, but it happens with black women too. Define black women, they gone. They already took. Somebody already got it. Before they even think about dating some other guy. They already took it. But also the black woman has that same stereotype as the black men. So a lot of these other races of men, they're not even trying to deal with that. They're not even trying to deal with it. That stereotype. Same thing with the other race of females. That stereotype. Unless they've been around black people and shit like that, now they know the difference. They understand that it's just a stereotype for the most part. But if you haven't, you some suburban chick, rich father and shit, you ain't never been around black men, you ain't doing that shit 9 times out of 10. Because you already been conditioned and programmed to believe certain shit. Just like the so-called black chick, conditioned and programmed to believe that if he's not an athlete or a rapper or a drug dealer, and my pussy ain't wet, let her fall by the sword, man. Let them fall by the sword. All I ask you men is this. When they fall by that sword, don't save them. After the 5 kids and shit, they knew who you was. They knew you existed. Don't save them. And that goes for all races. Because a lot of the other races, women only come after you because Chad or somebody didn't want them. So that goes for all of them. Since they want to say that the black guy is last and this and that, not all of them. The ones that see it, cool. But if they don't see it, don't save them in the end. Nah, let them go back where they was. I wasn't nothing, right? You just keep shining. You know what I mean? It's not their fault. It's a stereotype, but it's real. So I'm done. I'm here, man. I'm finally home. I'm about to get in the house. That's all I had to say, man. I'm putting this on YouTube for y'all because I keep seeing this topic over and over. I said, I got to touch on this shit. I got to, because I see y'all talking about it, but y'all not really talking about it. You're just saying, oh, the white guy got it easier and this and that. You ain't breaking down why, though. You ain't breaking down why the white guy can wear a Walmart shirt and pull a baddie in his race. Deeper than he's just a white dude, and that's why. That's deeper. What's going on? And a lot of that, something else has something to do with females and their superficial thinking or programming. And I feel like one of the other biggest things is when you 13%, it's limited. This is why you hear so many black women say, there ain't enough black men already, and they taking all of the ones that we do got, blah, blah, blah. You know why they think that? Because they have been programmed to believe the only good black men are the only ones that are worth choosing, or, wealthy or whatever the fuck. Is athletes, rappers, and fucking drug dealers. And to a certain extent, they're right. Because black men have been programmed to believe the only way I can be successful is athlete, rapper, or drug dealer. Now, what if these same males and females was programmed to believe the opposite or the same as the other races? That you can be a scientist, you can be this or that. Look how much more options there would be for the men becoming great, which would give the women more options to choose from. But even if that was true, they probably wouldn't, it wouldn't work anyway because they're not programmed to believe it. Because I guarantee you there's a lot more successful black men out here than what they are saying, so-called black chicks. Guarantee it. And there's way more successful black men than the so-called other races of chicks have been programmed to believe. Does this make sense to y'all? It's the other races of women and the black women who are programmed to believe that if he's a good pick as a black man, he must be an athlete, rapper, or drug dealer. You know how much that lowers the perception of females believing that black men are a good choice? Does this all make sense to y'all? Or am I just talking? Because the other races of men, the stereotype is already out there that they got all kind of shit going on. So women are more vulnerable to go that way. And give them chances way more. Because they think the odds of these guys, of these other races, being a good choice is a very high chance. And the odds of these guys is super low. And the other races of women be requiring you to say nigga, 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 thousand, and all this other shit too. Because a lot of times they only like the so-called black guy because of the bullshit, not the great shit. So you're done. It don't matter. It don't matter either way. You're fucked. Well, not completely, but your chances are more. It's worse. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna say you fucked because you still going. You gonna get somebody smart, but your chances are so much more slimmer. That's all I'm saying, and that's why it's happening. That's the main reason why I made this video. I want you to understand why this is happening. That's why. I'd explained it all. I can't say nothing else. There's no other way to touch on this shit. That's why this shit is happening. And once you understand the game you're up against, it becomes so much easier. You don't have to go up and try to holler at cold approach suburban white girls and shit, because you already know, or suburban foreign chicks or whatever. Because you know 9 times out of 10, if you do that, you're probably going to get rejected because of everything I said in this video. And if she really liked you like that, she probably would make her way to you somehow. So if you don't get that, you're going to go up, get rejected, and man, they just don't like black men. I don't know why, and this and that. You're not going to understand. And a lot of it ain't even they don't like you. It's just that they got an easier, safer, better choice. Why would they not take that? You know what I mean? And the family, some women date to make their families happy. They'll literally have kids just to make their moms happy and their dads happy. They probably don't even want the motherfucker. But to make their mom happy, or not to piss their dad or mom off, they'll do it. You think I'm lying? You live under a rock. I'm not. I'm not going to date. My mom don't care. But if she did care, I'm not going to date to make my mom happy. I date to make me happy. I'm the one that got to live with that shit. And anybody who don't like it, they can kiss my ass. That's how I see it. But everybody don't see it that way. Some people literally, I'm going to do this because my dad or my mom, or man, fuck all that. That's y'all, not me. But luckily, I ain't got to deal with that. My mom don't care. Just saying. But if I did, hell no. I'm not going to do with my sister, or if I had a sister or a brother or whatever. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not doing what society say. I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I mean? You got a lot of beta males though, man. They not just black, or not just other races, black men too. They be telling these women don't date these other men because they want them for them. Women don't do it as much. Men do though. Men be hating on other races of men. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I see it every day. Arabs and shit. all that. They don't want their girls dating y'all because that's more for them. It's already a struggle. Even though you think it's just a struggle for black men, it's a struggle for them too. Yes, they can get away with wearing a Walmart shirt, but it's still a struggle for them to get top women or women they want or whatever, just to get women in general. Just like it's a struggle for females to get males. It's a struggle for everybody. It ain't easy for everybody. It's just some have it easier or they're not up against the same shit, right? So these males, man, this is what they be telling people. They don't want their daughters and shit dating certain people. This is what they do. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Because the way I see it, I hope every last male that says I don't want my daughter dating a guy like Twan, I hope your daughter dates exactly the guy you want, and I hope I end up turning out to be way better than his ass. That's what you get. That's your karma. That's your karma. Because I would never tell my daughter, don't date this one or that one. I just want her to date the best. I don't give a fuck what he look like. Right? I don't care what color he is. Right? That's just me. And she could be black. I don't care what color guy she date. It'd be cool if she find a nice black dude because I'm sure my daughter's going to look good or whatever, if she black or whatever. But I don't care. I just want what's best. But you got these hating ass beta males out here. You know, telling their sisters don't do this and man, they just some fake ass, weak ass bitches. Plain and simple. Plain and simple because they can't win without cheating. What do I mean by win? They can't get women without cheating, so they got to cheat a little bit. You know what I mean? You date a black guy, I'm not giving you inheritance or this or that. That's the only way they can win. They some coward. Coward dies 1,000 deaths, soldier dies but once. I understand karma. And by me telling my daughter, don't do this or that, I understand 9 times out of 10 that shit gonna backfire on me. And every friend that I got that don't care if their daughter date another race ends up picking a white, let's just say white guys. Every white dude that I know that don't tell their daughter don't date outside their race, their daughter end up dating a white guy and be happy as fuck. On the flip side, the ones that I be seeing or knowing throughout the years, they don't do this and that, their daughters end up doing it. You dummy. Karma, bitch. Karma. Should have never even approached it that way. That's what you get. I bet you Dr. Omar, whatever the fuck his name is, that be talking about interracial dating and shit, his daughter probably gonna get a white guy. I guarantee it. I can't. What is his name? Dr. Omar or some shit? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm almost certain his daughter probably gonna end up with a white dude or some shit. And he gonna feel stupid as fuck, man. That's why that shit be happening to y'all, man. Y'all be worried about the wrong shit. Because you can't win no other way, so you gotta try to find edges, leverage and shit. That's what it really boiled down to. It's these weak ass beta males for real. Because a lot of them be jealous. You know what I mean? They think other men are better than them. It's no different than a man telling a woman, nobody gonna want you because you got 3 kids and this and that, because he know he don't deserve that chick. That's all. So he gonna try to beat her down with his abuse and nobody gonna want you type shit and all this other shit. That's what they do with the race shit too. It's the same thing they do with the race shit. And some of them, they not doing it because they race. Well, it is racist, no matter how you look at it. But a lot of them, it ain't based off of race. It's based off of more of the same stereotype. You know, that guy Tawan, there's no way that he's a better choice for you financially and shit than somebody of your own race, even though somebody of your own race might be a bum and broke as fuck compared to him. Nah, don't do that, sweetheart. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. It's karma. Like I said a long time ago, I don't want to, if I did date a chick that ain't my race, I don't want to bless some racist man's daughter with my blessings. Fuck you. I hope she picks the motherfucker that you want. I hope he's a bum. I want to give this shit to somebody who deserves it. Somebody who see past all that. I don't want your daughter to get blessed by me. Nah. Keep that same energy. I'm just a no good black dude, right? Keep that same energy. Keep you and your daughter far over there somewhere. That's just one woman out of millions and billions in the whole world. Fuck out of here with that shit. And I don't want to bless any female with the stereotypes. That's even including black chicks who think that black men got to be an athlete, a rapper, or a fucking drug dealer to be something special. Fuck you too. You don't deserve to get blessed either. Fall by the sword over there somewhere and deal with a man that's fucking everybody and put kids and people you don't even know about behind your back and shit. That's what you deserve. That's what you get. That's just how I see it. That's just how I see it, man. I'm getting in the house for a minute. I might come back out. I don't know. I need to probably book this trip probably. Cause I don't think I want to stay. I don't think I want to just stay here the whole week this time. Probably should have went back to work, but I didn't want to. I mean, like, you take a vacation and then it's been like a year, and then that week gone, and you like, man, that ain't enough. That's why I put in for 2 weeks. But I could have came back, but nah, I'm gonna stay. And let me be clear, man, I don't care about who dates who. That's not me. That's beta shit. I just said that. Like saying don't date this or interracial date. I don't care. I'm just telling y'all why this shit happens. That's all. All I'm trying to do is make people get some clarification. So don't take my video the wrong fucking way. I could care less. Told you, if I had a black daughter, I'm not telling her she can't date a different race guy. Or they ain't allowed in my house. That's another stereotype. I don't want you to be friends with them. You know, this is the shit that we deal with, man. It is what it is. But not me, though. If I have kids, I don't care what color the kids are. They all, when they come to my house, they my kids too. I'm looking out for them just like they my kids. I'm not telling my kids you can't be friends with this one or that one. You don't know if God put these people in your life. These people are just dummies. God might be trying to put somebody in your life that's not even your race, and your stupid ass can't even see it. You know what I mean? Just stupid. Foreign Arabs and shit, just always mad, don't want to speak. If you do speak, they want to act like they can't speak back. Man, fuck you. You in my country. It's not the other way around. Anybody, I'm gonna fuck what you think. I'm not kissing your ass to be liked by you, and I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. Remember that little black kid playing with that Israeli fake Jew? Because he know the black Jews are the real Jews. Gonna spit in the little kid's face. Little kid trying to play with you. You a piece of shit. This is the type of shit that I'll be talking about. How can you even have a heart to do some shit like that? Even if a little kid called me the N-word, I wouldn't do no shit like that. That's stupid. But these men are betas, man. 90% of these males are betas, man. They weak fucking bitches, man. I'm just being honest about it. And that's what it stems from. That's what it stems from. Thinking other men are better than you, so I need to do this or say this or do that. You're just some weak ass males, man. You're not really men. Period.